Speed Summaries.
Star Trek Beyond. Speed summary with the sun and stars and tree and Kirk in a room with space dogs trying to offer them an artifact as a peace offering from somebody else. They don't want it, so he takes it back to the Enterprise and gets dressed and has a cup of tea and walks around for a while, as does everybody else. Then he sits down and has a drink with Bones because it's Kirk's birthday, and then he thinks about his dad for a while. They arrive then at Space Hotel where Spock breaks up with Uhura, and then he finds out he's going to die. A transmission is received, distress call, that is quite serious, so Kirk says, we can go. So they go through a complicated nebula, and they arrive at a planet with a weapon, an army that basically smashes the ship up. Nobody likes that. They either die or get captured as prisoners, and the rest of them escape. There's a chief alien guy, who wants to get the artifact that Kirk didn't give to the space dogs. So they try and keep that from him for a while. Eventually the ship is unsavable, so they abandon ship and let it float down to Earth while they eject out into their pod. Scotty almost falls off a cliff. Kirk and Chekhov find out the girl was lying. Uhura and Sulu talk to the alien for a bit. Spock and Bones are together. Spock hurt himself, so Bones fixes him up. Scotty finds a girl who's an engineer. She wants something fixed, so he goes back with her. Spock and Bones find an empty ship, and then Scotty finds out that his girlfriend's home is the USS Franklin, lost years ago. Uhura and Thingy try and escape, and then they get caught again. Kirk and Chekhov want to kill the lying blue distress call girl, so they have a good go at that, and there's a big stunt with the ship flowing over on its top. Big alien's quite mean to those two. Spock and Bones have a chat. Spock smiles, and then Kirk and Chekhov are caught in a trap. It's one of Scotty's girlfriend's traps, which is lucky, so they go back to the USS Franklin, and Kirk sees a bike, which he's quite pleased about. Spock and Bones get rescued by them in the nick of time. They're trying to figure out how to get the prisoners out of the camp. Meanwhile, bad alien guy has got the artifact and has built the weapon that is really bad and kills people. They're trying to figure out how to rescue the people, and they figure out with holograms of bikes and things like that. Here we go. We're going to watch someone die. There we watch someone die with the weapon. It's quite bad. There's the hologram bicycles that are distracting people so they can rescue the prisoners, of which they rescue all of them. Eventually, the engineer girl's a bit of a trouble near the end, and Kirk makes a fantastic bike stunt jump to pick her up through the air. And then they go back to the ship, and the ship, they think, we should go back to the space hotel, really. So they go back to the space hotel. It's just about to be attacked by the swarm of thingies, but they realise they can disrupt the swarm of thingies, so they send out a VHF or UHF radio wave, which stops them doing their bad thing. And they give the same message to the space hotel. They manage to protect themselves as well. Then they go in, there's a chase with one of the bad alien guys, chief alien guy, I think. So they chase him for a while, and they thought they got him, but they didn't. He looks like Luther, so they're looking for a guy that looks like Luther. And they see him in this little glass box in the middle of the Space City Hotel. Kirk goes after him for a while, tries to get him, does for a bit, and then loses him. They have a fight, and then the weapon is released, and it gets the guy instead. He falls out of a fan hole, and Kirk gets offered the Admiralty. He doesn't want it, and Spock and his girlfriend make up. Scotty's got a girlfriend, and they stand and look at the ship because it's getting built really fast in time for the next series episode film.